best news of the day for the Warriors is that Stephen Curry has been cleared for on-court activities. He'll be back at practice with the team. Heads to L.A. to take on the L.A. Lakers. So that's huge news for the Warriors. Steph will be back by Saturday night.
They dodged a huge bullet. I mean, it could have been a heck of a lot worse, and they need him back so bad. I mean, they need him back. There's just no path I see forward for them maintaining their ascension in the ranks without Steph Curry. I mean, their season would be dead without him, and I hate being so blunt about that.
Nah, I mean, it's Steph. It's Steph. You take Luka off the Mavericks, maybe they'll be able to sustain some with Kyrie. I don't know. But these are superstars. You take Jokic off the Nuggets, who are they? You know what I'm saying?
I also think... you take Jokic off, but they still have a younger Jamal Murray, and they still have younger other players around him. I would agree they're not even close to the same, but they've also built up a runway, right, where they can withstand losing.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I'm just saying, if they lost them, their season's done. A lot of people. Yeah. Right now, yes, you need Steph. With 18 games left in time, it could be worse.
Seasonally,
I'm talking about seasonally. You take some of these stars,
You take Giannis off the Bucks.
Right. They're in that, I don't even know. They may be a lottery team. Straight up.
Even with Dame.
Even with Damian
Interesting.
Lillard. All right, Damian Lillard's a good player, but look at the pieces around him.
You said it.
Look at the pieces around him.
Just letting it soak in.
Look at the pieces around him. We don't hate Dame. Nobody hates Dame. It's okay to call it like it is.
Didn't say any of that.
I mean, Portland was a lottery team with Dame.
I said what I said.
All right, here's Steve Curry. He said definitely there's a chance for Curry to play on Saturday.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance. I mean, we wouldn't send him to L.A. If we didn't think that there was. So, yeah, all in all, everything's been very positive. He's responded well to treatment. He stayed back in the Bay, and because he's doing well, he'll get back on the court. And, we're hopeful that everything clicks and that he's able to play Saturday. But he's got to go through a couple of the days of practice and see how he responds, and we'll go from there.
So, Saturday, most definitely Monday against the New York Knicks, who got OG Anunoby back, and they blew out the Sixers last night at Madison Square Garden. Let's go to Corey real quick in North Carolina. Corey, what's happening?
What's going on? Good morning, fellas.
Morning.
Hey, I just wanted to say, man, I'm really hoping, Steve Kerr gives Quinones a chance on Kyrie. I mean, I'm not saying this dude can lock him up or anything, but he seems to be happy to play defense. He seems to be happy to do whatever it is to stay in the game. And, to me, he's kind of like a rookie, even though he's been in the G League and stuff like that for a couple of years. He's still kind of like a rookie. He doesn't really look comfortable yet. And you got to kind of throw people to the fire because, like you said, you can't just be like Steph Curry and everybody else. If you're going to do that, it's almost like the Allen Iverson season where he had a bunch of defensive players around him, but we're not playing the defense that they're playing. It seems like we have to find an identity between the offense and the defense where, like you guys said, you're a professional athlete too. You're good too. You were top of something that you played in too. So, you need to have the heart to want to play as hard as you can or take the open shot because you're good enough. These guys are really, really, really good, in my opinion. I'm just some guy, but I'm saying these people, to me, I really believe in this team, bro. I just feel like when there's effort, you saw Andrew Wiggins' effort, it was crazy.
Lester Quinones on Kyrie Irving is probably not what I would start the game with.
No.
Maybe they go to it for a period of time, but I'm paying Andrew Wiggins a lot of money to be that kind of a defender on whether it's Luka or Kyrie. And then I'm hoping to pay, Jonathan Kuminga down the line here to also do the same things. And I think that those guys are going to be first up at trying to guard those guys, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I could see the Warriors try to play a lot of zone, which is dangerous against Luka and Kyrie.
And they got a lot of shooting.
They went to a lot of zone because of the inability to stay in front of your guy. It's going to be a tough game for them, especially without Stephen Curry because you don't have that threat, that firepower, that explosiveness there. So you got to be buttoned up offensively. You can't turn the ball over. Possessions are going to be at a premium. Let me look at the pace of play. because the Mavericks typically, under Luka, are one of the slower teams in the league.
Ooh, CP3 must love it.
So that means you got to take care of that basketball, even though CP3 knows you got to push the ball, man. You got to push the ball. But this is a nice little roster that they have assembled down in Dallas. So Luka, obviously, it all starts with him. He's a triple-double threat. He's going to get to any post. But you can't let him get Lively going. You can't let him allow P.J. Washington to get going. You can't allow Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr., by the way, has come off the bench. It's a good point. He's come off the bench and had some monster games.
I just think he's a really good player.
No, he is.
And I think we kind of forget about how good he is. Derrick Jones Jr. makes plays, I don't know. Their team around them, because I was watching them the other day, I didn't even recognize their jersey because they've got 7,000 jerseys. The Mavs in particular have, I don't understand what they're doing with their jerseys, but they've got so many players. I'm like, damn, they got a lot of guys I like. Just a lot of guys I like. And just a couple years ago, it's like Reggie Bullock's is like a huge part of their team, and I did not like him as a huge part of their team. Solid player as a ninth man, and I felt like he was like a fourth option for them. And they've upgraded in a couple of years. They've really worked that team over.
So they're playing faster too, actually.
Really?
So last season, the Mavericks, again, they were one of the slowest teams in the league. Last year, they were the fifth worst when it came to pace of play, right? Pace of play. They had 100 possessions per game. And the league leader was San Antonio with 106. Now, some people say, man, that's not a big difference. 6 possessions, blah, 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 blah. But it just showed that they played a lot slower than other teams. This year, the Mavericks are now in the top 12 in pace of play. So they've sped up a little bit. They sped their pacing up, and they're playing a little faster with Luka and Kyrie.
Are you looking at all the team totals when it comes to pace of play?
Yep.
Who are the top 5 out of curiosity?
Let me see. Just click.
I'm
Washington, Indiana, Atlanta, San Antonio, the Lakers.
So not
in terms of this is possessions per game. The Lakers. Yeah. So that kind of dictates pace.
Interesting. So the team's playing the fastest currently, or with the most up tempo.
Go figure. The Lakers are fourth fastest team in the league.
Very surprising.
Very surprising, right?
Too much small ball. Scam, man. They refuse to go big. I just don't get it. Like that's the one thing they're good at and like dominate teams with, and they just don't do it.
Okay.
Anyways,
they may do it for the playoffs.
That thus concludes our Laker talk. One last thing on pace of play, and you brought up Chris Paul a couple times. The end of the first quarter, last game, he did the thing that I've been waiting to see him do all year. He hasn't done it a lot. The thing where he gets in front of someone and then stops on a dime and then rises up knowing he's going to get the cheapest of cheap fouls. He did it multiple times. I believe he got a couple of three-point attempts or three-point free throw attempts or whatever it is because of it. I haven't seen as much foul hunting from Chris Paul as I had originally thought we were going to get with him.
Yeah, maybe it's just not the Warriors' way. Maybe they coached it out of him.
No, but when he was starting, I think he realized we needed, because they were down like 8 or 9 at the time. Like, well, all right.
He started going crazy. He scored like 8 straight.
Yeah, but no, I was like, I've been waiting for him to do that all year.